Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those new here, my name's Nikki. I'm an author and editor and I post videos here on YouTube about writing, editing, reading and all the other things I love. Greetings from a very wet and wild day in Adelaide. The rain is pounding down on the roof here, which you may be able to hear on the video, but I hope it's not going to disrupt things too much. I've got a few things to share with you in today's video, which is my quarterly writer's update. First of all, I obviously had a new release on the 3rd of June. For those who follow me, you'll know about it. If you missed the video in which I talk about the book and share an excerpt, I'm going to put the link to that below for you. This work is a paranormal gay romance with a bit of a murder mystery twist. So if that sounds appealing, do have a look at that video too. In the meantime, I have a few projects and bits and pieces on the go. As we've been discussing recently, I kind of lost my writing mojo a little bit during 2018. And I think in my last video I told you I was starting to get it back, which is true. I completed a short story which I submitted. I'm still waiting to hear on it at the time I'm filming this, which is the tail end of May. But I'm hoping to get news soon. It's a holiday story for Christmas, so if it's not accepted by this initial publisher, there are plenty of options for something I can do with it. In the meantime, I haven't actually done any more work in the last couple of months on any of my gay romance works in progress. Of which there are 3, as you will know if you've been watching my videos for the last quarter on my updates. The reason for that is not because I've lost the mojo again. I am still keen to move on with them. However, I've taken a bit of a pause to do some work on some of my MF fiction. The reason for this mainly is twofold. Firstly, I received rights back for 2 of my stories, Bramhall and Her Majesty's Milking. And both of those, I'm looking at the possibility of self-publishing, re-releasing them. They don't need a lot of work. They were all edited at the time they were released from my previous publisher. So I've just gone over them myself, made a few tweaks here and there, just changing things where I've had to punctuate in a particular way for the publisher that I can now do to my own preferences, things like that. They didn't need a lot of work, so they're kind of sitting there ready at the moment. I don't have dates in mind yet, but potentially they might come out by the end of the year. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, as I think I've mentioned to you guys before, my good friend Alina has been on at me for a while about re-releasing my Ragnarok Chronicles as a trilogy. This was actually how the books were originally meant to be released. When I first wrote them, I intended them as a 3-part series, and it was only the circumstances at the time of not finding a publisher, being new to self-publishing and thinking about costs and what was needed and things like that, that made me condense them all into the one. Well, not condense, the books were still as long as they were, but put them all into one as a single book release. And it's one of those stories, it's actually the story that I love the most of everything I've written, even now. This is 5 years on. However, over time my prose has improved, and when I read the book now, although I still adore the story, I have felt for a while that I wish I could amend the prose, and the only issue has been the cost of doing so, because I currently publish through Ingram Spark. I might be able to amend the ebooks myself, even though I didn't originally create them. I had a company do that for me, which is another long story. But for Ingram Spark, it would cost me probably a few $100s with the conversion rating to get those files changed. Probably sort of between about 150-ish or so. So that's kind of always put me off, because I didn't think I'd earn enough back on sales to warrant doing that at the moment. However, Alina does think that my possibilities for getting sales on the book would increase if I did them as a trilogy, and she has incredibly kindly offered to help me out with a few things on the formatting and cover side of things to keep my costs down. So it's something I am now very seriously considering, and to the end I've been doing some fairly major revisions on the books. I've actually gone through 3 rounds of edits. I've split them back into 3, done 3 rounds of edits on each of them, and really made some quite heavy cuts. Because for me, the main issue I had with the prose when I read it back 5 years on is that I was far too verbose, which you will all appreciate when you hear my rambling videos. And my writing is like that too, and I kind of took 5 sentences to say what could have been said in 1. So those are the main cuts. I'm actually not changing anything about the storyline or the characters. It is just really trimming that prose and just getting it to a place where I'm happy with it, and I think it's the best writing I can do, at least for now. You know, 5 years on it might be a different story again, but I just wanted to improve things, because when I looked at it now I thought I could have expressed certain things better, had a slightly better style for the prose. So that's what I am working on at present, and I'm in the final proofread stage for those 3 texts at the moment. Once that's done, which I hope will be finished by the end of this month, end of June, I will be talking to Alina and looking at options, looking at costs, and at that point I'll decide if, when and how I'm going to be releasing them again. So I have nothing concrete for you at the moment, but do keep an eye on my videos here, because once I know more I will definitely tell you all. In the meantime, plans for the coming few months, obviously I'm still finishing the proofread of Ragnarok this month, but after that I do hope to get back either to one of those 3 works in progress, or if I'm not really feeling any of them, perhaps another idea will come to me in the meantime and I'll start something else. But definitely I want to get back to one gay romance story of some description or another, whether it's a whip or a new piece, as soon as possible once Ragnarok is updated and ready to go. So that's pretty much the writing update. I don't have anything more to share. Now that Blood is Forever is out, I don't have any definite forthcoming releases to tell you about, except for potentially that holiday story at the end of the year, but I'll let you know on that in due course. On that note, I'll end, but I'll be back with another video for you all very, very soon, as always. Bye for now, everyone.